What's up, my friends? Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. Here we are with Ace, and we are in Skyhold here. I want to touch base with a few more companions. Actually, I believe we have a high enough approval with Dorian to where we can actually go ahead and get his personal mission on. I would like to do that. But before we end up going to talk to him, I actually think we should do this judgment thingy majiggy. So let's do it. Let's get started here, friends. Let's call some ruckus.
Impressive, is it not? Fit for a leader, meant to show influence and the burden of it. It is where the Inquisition will sit in judgment, where you will sit in judgment.
Who will I be judging, exactly?
Those who have done wrong. You will know of them, at the very least. All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
What? What are you trying to say here, Josie? That we kill everybody? I mean, we don't kill everybody right away. A grim responsibility. I kill enough people as it is. I mean, we really do.
Do I really need to oversee even more death? I'm nearly at capacity.
I share your distaste for more bloodshed, but it needn't come to that. The Inquisition's sovereignty is derived from the allies who validate it. You are both empowered and bound. Justice has many tools. If their application is clever, execution may even seem merciful by comparison.
Well, let's just begin. Why not?
Is there anyone I should judge?
Take the throne when you're ready. We will bring him before you.
I'm pretty sure we have Alexius here to judge. So let's go ahead and judge his bitch ass, huh?
You recall Dorian Alexius of Tevinter. Ferelden has given him to us as an acknowledgement of your aid. The formal charges are apostasy, attempted enslavement, and attempted assassination, on your own life, no less. Tevinter has disowned and stripped him of his rank. You may judge the former magister as you see fit.
Those are grave charges. The apostasy sticks out, and it's long coming. Those are pretty grave damn charges there, Alexius.
I remember what would have happened to Thedas if his treachery had succeeded.
I couldn't save my son. Do you think my fate matters to me?
Will you offer nothing more in your defense?
You've won nothing. The people you saved, the acclaim you've gathered. You'll lose it all in the storm to come. Render your judgment, Inquisitor.
He'll serve Redcliffe's mages. I'm executing him myself, imprison him, and I want him researching magic. Interesting. Him researching magic for the Inquisition. Maybe if we keep him under guard here, to have him actually researching magic. He had time magic, friends. That's pretty fucking powerful. Ace would definitely want him as a tool for the Inquisition here. Why not?
Your magic was theoretically impossible, Alexius. I could use people like you. Your sentence is to serve, under guard, as a researcher on all things magical for the Inquisition.
No execution? Very well.
Of course that would piss people off, friends. Why not? Ace, you're always pissing somebody off, man. Alright, let's go and talk to Dorian. Like I said, I would like to get his personal mission on here before we go anywhere else. And it is early episode, so let's go ahead and just get right to him. To actually start that. Because it's such a good mission that I don't really want to break it up. Not to mention we're romancing him, huh? Come here.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix, Alexius' son. He went to the magisterium, stood on the Senate floor and told them of you. A glowing testimonial, I'm informed. No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking. Felix always was as good as his word.
Was?
He's dead. The blight caught up with him.
That's so sad, man. Felix was a good kid, friends. Sad but not surprising. I'm sorry for your loss. I mean, we are sorry for your loss, Dorian.
Are you all right?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
It doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
Were you two involved? It's kind of a personal question, but I am curious nonetheless.
Were the two of you...
Felix and I? What an odd question. No, I had no intention of abusing Alexius's hospitality by seducing his son. Not that I've been proper my whole life by any means. It wasn't like that. Even in illness, Felix was the best of us. With him around, you knew things could be better.
What about yourself? You might be idolizing him, Dorian. I mean, Felix was a good mage, friends, and he seems like to be a good guy. I can see why Dorian is kind of idolizing him. I mean, I would too. I mean, not many mages are probably like that in Tevinter. What about yourself, Dorian?
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I. Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome. Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
Alright, Dorian. High five, man. Alright, now I think... How do we start Dorian's mission again? Down here? We gotta talk to Giselle, right? That starts Dorian's mission? We have other stuff to talk to him about, probably, I can imagine, but let's just start it. Come on, friends, let's do it! Hey, what's up, Giselle?
Your worship. My Lord Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the Tevinter.
The Tevinter. He has a name, Giselle. The cleric. The mother, whatever she is. Let's just call her that. Don't like him, do you? Obviously.
Is that a note of distaste I detect, Mother Giselle?
I admit his presence here makes me uncomfortable, Inquisitor, but my feelings are of no importance. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas out of Carenas. Are you familiar with them?
They're not on good terms? I mean, we never met his family. He's acting like we know his family. Sure, yeah, best friends.
Familiar? We've never met, if that's what you're suggesting.
I'm suggesting nothing. I'm only curious whether you know of his situation. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped
that we intercede, huh? Is that what you're thinking?
Just what kind of meeting do they have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand why Dorian felt he had to come here. Somewhere private, away from Skyhold, but not in Tevinter. You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
You know, do you think she has good tensions here, friends? Or do you think that she kind of wants to push us to push Dorian to his family so he fucking leaves here? I feel like that is exactly what's going on here, and I don't really like it. And Ace would not like it whatsoever. And you want him gone, obviously. And that's kind of how I feel, and you want him gone. I hope this is actually accusing her of wanting him gone than us agreeing, so I'm going to say it anyway.
I imagine you'd be relieved to see him gone.
If this is what it seems, and it works out, it might be better for all concerned.
I mean, why? He's a good person. Giselle, get over your damn self. Don't make me give you a swirly here, right in the middle of the fire there. I don't understand this. It's crazy why she's wanting to push him out. What has he done to the Inquisition, friends? Nothing but help.
Why would his family contact you?
Because they don't know you, Inquisitor. I am not of the Imperial Chantry, but they know what I represent. These are parents concerned about the welfare of their son. How could I not do whatever possible? I would speak to the young man myself, but he does not care for me. Thus I come to you. If any good can come of this, we must try.
maybe she has decent intentions here, but I don't know if they're fully decent, friends. Maybe she wants... I don't know. It's hard to explain Giselle here because it's very... Just don't understand her.
They don't want Dorian to know? That seems odd.
They believe the young man would refuse, and the letter implies he'd have cause. Yet, they are remorseful for whatever came before. This is a chance for dialogue. There is deceit in bringing the young man to this meeting without his foreknowledge, I know. But does it not lead to a greater kindness if there is potential for reconciliation?
She wants us to basically trick Dorian, friends. Oh my word.
Are you sure this isn't some kind of trap? I mean, the secrecy.
That did occur to me. What if it is a plot of those mages, the Venatori? Another reason to put this in your hands, Inquisitor. I pray that isn't the case. But if it is, you are far better equipped than I to respond to such treachery.
You know, I really like Giselle, friends. I do. She's actually a good person. But this whole ordeal here seems very odd for her. You know what I mean? He really wants to get Dorian out of here, but... just don't... you know, it makes me uneasy. I'm not going to trick Dorian. No, we're definitely not.
If you think I'm going to trick Dorian into meeting his family...
I feared you might say that. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Redcliffe Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I pray you change your mind, Inquisitor. Perhaps their letter will persuade you. If there is any chance of success in this, it behooves us to act.
Alright, Giselle. Well, take it easy. Official-looking letter. Your Reverence, I understand that you feel inadequate to the task of bringing Dorian to a secret meeting. Even in the asking, I find it difficult to believe myself considering my son has rebuffed all contact. This is the only way. I know him. He would be too proud to come if he knew, even just to talk. That is all we wish to do. The thought of Dorian in the south, placing himself in the path of such danger, alarms us more than I can express. If this somehow succeeds, we have a family retainer at the Vandrel Hills watching for Dorian's arrival. He will bring the boy to us somewhere private. If Dorian utterly refuses to go with him, it ends there, and there is nothing we can do. We are at our wits' end. Graciously yours, Magister Hallward of House Pavis. So maybe she has decent intentions here, friends. Maybe it's not all, but I feel like she's using the ploy of having decent intentions here to actually get Dorian to leave the Inquisition, because she doesn't really like Dorian. What's up, Dorian?
I'm told you have Alexius researching magic for you. Research is always what made him happiest. Perhaps I'll even go talk to him eventually. One word of advice. If he suggests altering time as a way to solve all your problems, give it a pass.
Should we? Tell me about the Imperium, tell me about Alexius. You know, we could ask him that stuff. Let's ask him about the Imperium.
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Popular topic. Anything specific?
Corypheus was a Magister.
Corypheus is a figure out of Tevinter history. He was a Magister.
Yes, but that was a different time. The Imperium's power was at its peak then. The Civil War had ended. The Magisterium was united, its armies scooping up bits of Thedas like candy. The Magisters who entered the Black City. It was a demonstration of how exceptional Tevinter had become.
But who were they?
No one knows. There's no record of a Magister named Corypheus. All this happened 1400 years ago, before the Blight nearly wiped us out. There are no records. Today, people half believe it's all just a story. That's what I believed.
We have evidence the story is very much real.
But not who Corypheus is. If he even remembers. There used to be families who claimed some of those Magisters as their own. That stopped when the Chantry appeared. Then it was shameful, and the families distanced themselves from the tale. All we know is that some men and women entered the Black City looking for the old gods. What did they find? According to Corypheus, nothing. And only he could tell us more.
Fucking dark whispers, nothing at all.
That's all I wanted to know.
Fair enough.
I find it just very hard to believe that when they got there, it corrupted. There's just something there. What the fuck is it? We don't know. It's something. I feel like it's some kind of, like plague. Obviously, the Blight's like a plague, kinda. So, I feel like it was some kind of magic going wrong, and it got, you know, contained in the Black City, Golden City, whatever you want to call it. And them going in there kind of unleashed it, then kind of unleashed it to the world somehow. Almost like a little flea getting on somebody and coming back to our world, and just the flea gets off of him, then infects somebody else and infects somebody else. That's kind of like how the Blight, I feel like, is. Alright, let's ask about Alexius then.
You said Alexius was a mentor of yours.
He was my patron, sponsoring me to the higher levels of the Circle of Magi. In return, my successes were his. I had a lot of successes, naturally. Alexius was most pleased. He and I used to talk over brandy about the corruption, how we could one day make real change in the Imperium. And then he gave up. He stopped trying.
Why, though?
Why did he give up?
On a journey to Hosburg, a Darkspawn raid killed his wife and sickened his son. I remember hearing the news. He hadn't been there, you see. Alexius was convinced he could have protected them. And the guilt tore him up. I helped him with his research for a while, and then we drifted apart.
That's sad, man. I bet you if Alexius obviously was there, he could have saved his son, but... Damn, Felix, I wish we knew more about Felix, friends.
That must have been difficult.
Back then, I was furious. I told him to snap out of it, move on. I thought I had all the answers. Later, I regretted my hasty words. But we didn't speak again until he approached me for the Venatori. Too much pride, I suppose. Plus, I was busy drinking. One must have priorities.
Did you miss him? I think you felt guilty. But you followed him. In a way, he kind of followed, but... Did you miss him?
Was it hard being away from him?
It was hard not having a patron, yes. I'm not exactly built to fit in. At any rate, he's fallen so low, I doubt he'll ever get up. Sad, really.
Sad, really? Hey, Dorian, guess what? Your father sent a letter.
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father. I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter. I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
Would he do that? It could be a Venatori plot. You know, Dorian, it really honestly could be a Venatori plot. You know, interesting, friends. At this point, saying this would almost make me feel that we didn't really bring it up with Giselle because I was kind of fixated outside of RP, talking about Giselle. But Giselle bringing that to Ace would make Ace a little bit suspicious, thinking that maybe Giselle might be in on the Venatori. But it doesn't kind of make sense to think that, because what Giselle actually did for the Inquisition to drive everyone forward, you know, if she was really in with the Venatori, then obviously she wouldn't have sang that song and inspired everybody. So I don't know, but in a way it could be a plot. Maybe not exactly Giselle's plot, but it could be a plot for the Venatori trying to get Dorian out and us.
This could be the Venatori. Lure us somewhere remote, then an ambush.
Perhaps, although this does look like my father's penmanship. Or could he have joined the Venatori? No, that can't. Well, anything is possible. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
What's the issue between you?
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. But you're correct. They don't care for my choices, nor I for theirs.
Because you wouldn't get married? Because you left?
That too.
Let's go. You should talk to him. And there's no point. Well, let's go, Dorian. We're definitely going with Dorian, friends. Come on.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
Though, actually, I wonder, before we head to Redcliffe, let's go and do some war table things. As in, I want to see if we can get deft hands. I think we can. If we can't, then we can't. But I want to check and see if we can actually get deft hands, because I feel like we did get an upgrade, did we not? Maybe? I can't remember. I know we had some stuff there, but I don't remember if we actually got another Inquisition perk. It would be nice because we can hop, skip, and jump back over to, once we're done with Dorian, we're going back over to Crestwood anyway, and I would actually love to get that amulet. And we do. Here we go. So, deft hand, baby. Thank you. The training, gear, and experience working with Master Locksmiths needed to tackle the toughest and most ingenious locking mechanisms. Allows all rogues in the party to open master locks. Well, thank you, Liliana. You are a fucking goddess. Alright, let's see. Let's get one of these on. Gain Orzamar's friendship. We have received a message from Orzammar knowing an ancient darkspawn threat Thedas. King Balin officially declares his support for the Inquisition Josephine. I would advise sending a delegation to Orzammar as soon as possible to cement this alliance.
Let us begin.
Our emissaries have returned. Orzammar has pledged to our cause some of the most formidable warriors from the Legion of the Dead. According to the king, they are veteran darkspawn hunters, absolutely fearless. The king also graciously offered to share Orzammar's wealth. He recognizes the threat of Corypheus poses. Sigil of the Great Bear. Thank you very much, but will that come in handy for us? I don't know. I always use that on my mages, but for us, I don't know, friends. Find the mayor. You know, I'm actually going to wait on this mission. I'm going to wait until we do Sen's mission.
We cannot neglect our soldiers' training.
Can we neglect roads? Our allies cannot take the same route through the mountains we did.
Well, true, Josie. Get on him, Josie. Hunt Therenfall Redoubt's demon, Inquisitor. The demon that fled Therenfall Redoubt left signs of its passage. It appears to be some sort of shapeshifter. Witnesses have described incidents of friends acting strangely or being in two places at once. That sort of thing. The Chargers have experience hunting demons. Say the word and we're on it, Lieutenant Chromisius Aclasi. A well-placed word with the nobility on guard for imposters. The hunt should be much easier. And the Chargers know what they're doing. I can pass them information and send them off hunting. Let's see. I'm thinking we should do Liliana's here. Let's do hers, huh? Inquisitor. The demon was clever enough to impersonate everyone from Secret Pentagast to the Chief to even me at one point, but we caught it and put it down. There wasn't much left of the body after we killed the thing, but it had missives with useful information. Most of them confirm what we already know. The Elder One planning to kill Empress Celine and march an army of demons across Orlais, but I'll pass them to Sister Liliana regardless. The demon also held some items the Inquisition might find handy. Hope they help. Lieutenant Chromisius Aclasi. Thank you, Chremius. Shadow's over Denerim. First things first, an apology. I offered the rebel mages safe harbor in Ferelden only to have them drive my uncle out of his own town, so I'll admit I wasn't in the best of moods when I first met you. I just wanted everyone out of Redcliffe and didn't care who was responsible for what. Now I wish I'd done otherwise. Isn't that always the way? These cultists, Venatori, I think they're called, we have them in the Royal Palace, or so I'm told, like rats. But with magic and nasty sneers, I don't know what they're up to, but I need to find them and drive them out. Since the Inquisition knows all about them, I'm hoping you'll help. Something, grateful, something. Wait, did you just write that? You scribes do this on purpose, don't you? King Alistair Theron. I have just the agent in mind for this. Allow me to send her to Denerim to quietly hunt down the Venatori spies. Sure. Liliana again, she does. Liliana's, I'm telling you, I send her to do everything, friends. Inquisitor. Well, that was bracing. A pitched battle with evil mages disguised as kitchen servants, fireballs flying, swords flashing. It brings back old times. You and Eridan, my friend. That was the good old days, man. I miss Alistair. Holy moly, get in the Inquisition, come on. I won't be eating anything coming out of those kitchens for a while. Let me tell you, I wonder if they were going to poison me. Nasty little cultists. Anyhow, I'm grateful for the Inquisition's help. We wouldn't have found them without you, King Alistair Theron. Thank you, Ali. Appreciate it, bud. All right, let's head to the hinterlands and go to Redcliffe.
There must be something here.
Let's see if we can find whatever is here. Thank you, Ace. All right, we have a locked door here. Then we have another one here. All right, let's go up to this one. See if there's actually anything good behind these damn doors. There must be something here, friends. We're gonna find it. Dorian, you ready for this, man? Sarah and Cass are. Oh. Fucking booze! Gray whiskey, right vine, conscription ale, a bottle mark vintage Warden Carver Hawk. Toast them all. Alright. That one's dedicated to Carver, friends. He'd be happy. Bianca stuff. Oh, hold your horses here. We need to nerd the fuck out, friends. We got some level ups here. Alright, Sarah's got one. Let's go ahead and give her the no cooldown one. Oh, that's gonna be fucking amazing, Sarah. You can just wheel and deal, girl. You know, we should have just worked to get her focus. You know, Dorian desperately needs Winter Stillness. It's gonna help with his mana and stamina regeneration rate, definitely. And then Cassandra. You don't have nothing, girl. Come on, Cassandra. You know, we have some unfinished business here for Cassandra, probably, so we might as well do that. We are getting a...
Are you mad? Why must you keep talking about it?
Hold on.
The mages are all busy helping the Inquisition. Who would train you if you were a mage? Who would keep you safe?
Take it easy, old woman. Alright, let's go up to this one. Isn't there another one around here? Hold on here. There's another door over yonder. Let's go over there. What's up, guys? You miss me? So this place is pretty much bustling now. Mages aren't everywhere, but you know.
You should go completely gone.
I heard, child.
The mages and Templars are no longer fighting. It's safer to travel now. We should leave.
Man, keep up with your banter. I love hearing this
I'm
stuff.
not going to leave for Denerim without you.
Nonsense. With money enough for you to have a seat on a merchant wagon, you can go at once.
Grandmother.
I would just slow you down, dear.
Oh,
Good day.
Have a bag packed and waiting.
I see.
Make your way around town and say your goodbyes.
There's bustling, friends. It's so much. What's up, ladies? You guys pissed? Look at them. They are just having a terrible day, friends. Something must have happened to these twinsies here.
Could be better.
Excuse me, you ladies all right? Could be better? Yeah, like I said, you've had a bad day. Ace, give him a tumble. You're a perfect height, friend. Didn't Algren say that?
Right.
Oh.
That's why.
Lyrium. Lyrium is the king of metals beneath our feet. It sings when properly refined. It is a smooth, slightly incandescent, silvery liquid. In the hands of the Dwarven Smith cast, it is mixed with steel to produce indestructible armor and blades that hold an edge for centuries. In the hands of the Shaper, it becomes a repository for living memories. Such scholars maintain this as evidence that lyrium is itself alive. It finds its most lucrative application in the hands of the Formali, who use it in conjunction with baser metals like gold, silverite, iridium, or even iron to produce enchantments, although mages, of course, consume it in diluted form to bolster their abilities. This is not recommended. Overindulgence in lyrium can have disastrous consequences, particularly in more concentrated amounts. It is not advisable, for instance, that any reader handle raw lyrium, which in many cases can kill on contact. An alchemical primer of Metallurgy, Volume 1 by Lord Crestus of Marnispal. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And then we have some Fade Touch stuff there. Well, there we go. Alright, Dorian, let's get over to your father here. Retainer. Let's go meet the family retainer, friends.
You want to do more to help? Let's join the Inquisition.
There we go.
I'm a fair cook and you're a fine leather worker. I'm sure they can find some use for us. And the Inquisition soldiers are the only ones trying to restore order right now. If we want to help.
All right, we'll do it. Thank you.
We got a cook and a leather worker coming to join the Inquisition, friends. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Better make me some fucking chaps. And some food.
Good day.
I mean, it's better than the cooks that we got there. Them motherfuckers drop the food on the floor, rub it around in the toilet and shit, and they give it to you.
Uh-oh, nobody's here. This doesn't bode well.
Dorian.
Father. So the whole story about the family retainer was just, what? A smokescreen?
Then you were told. I apologize for the deception, Inquisitor. I never intended for you to be involved.
Of course not. Magister Parvus couldn't come to Skyhold and be seen with the dread Inquisitor. What would people think? What is this exactly, Father? Ambush? Kidnapping? Warm family reunion?
This is how it has always been.
Just talk to him. Maybe I should go. He has a right to be angry. I mean, Dorian does have a right to be angry, I think. But we don't know the whole affair here, friends. So just talk to him, you know?
You went through all of this to get Dorian here. Talk to him.
Yes, Father. Talk to me. Let me hear how mystified you are by my anger.
Dorian, there's no need to.
I prefer the company of men. My father disapproves.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, Dorian. I don't understand why his father would disapprove, but we're obviously going to dig and find out, friends, for sure. The company of men, obviously... Ace, I mean, you guys been flirting, so... This just... I don't know if I want to say that. Like, I want to skip it, friends. I don't feel like I want to say it. Company of men? I mean, I want to expend the dialogue to here, but, I mean, at this point, Ace knows, and they're on board together here, friends, obviously.
That's a big concern in Tevinter, then?
Only if you're trying to live up to an impossible standard. Every Tevinter family is intermarrying to distill the perfect mage, perfect body, perfect mind, the perfect leader. It means every perceived flaw, every aberration is deviant and shameful. It must be hidden.
So walk away. What's this about? Give your father a chance. The company of men. Let's just say it.
I'll need you to explain that.
Did I stutter? Men and the company thereof as in sex. Surely you've heard of it.
I had a suspicion. I've done it. I mean, why not? I've done it. Yes, Dorian. And we're here with you, friend. We're here with you and we're going to be with you. You know what I mean?
I've more than heard of it, actually.
No. The Herald of Andraste. I am shocked and scandalized.
Such sarcasm.
You're not exactly subtle, O Lord Inquisitor.
I should have known that's what this was about.
No. You don't get to make those assumptions. You know nothing about the Inquisitor.
This is not what I wanted.
I'm never what you wanted, Father. Or had you forgotten?
Man, friends, I was honestly going to skip that. I'm happy as hell we did not. But I wanted to get the dialogue on board because to me, as RP-wise, like, Ace knows how Dorian is, and Dorian knows how Ace is at this moment. I mean, they had a lot of interactions with each other here, friends, so I don't feel like it was necessary for Ace to bring that up. But I'm glad we did, because we would have missed out on that awesome flirt option there. Give your father a chance. What's this about? I mean, I guess give him a chance to talk, Dorian, then we can kind of walk away, so...
Your father might be here to reach out. You could give him a chance.
Let's just go.
Dorian, please. If you'll only listen to me.
Why? So you can spout more convenient lies? He taught me to hate blood magic. The resort of the weak mind. Those are his words. But what was the first thing you did when your precious heir refused to play pretend for the rest of his life? You tried to change me.
I only wanted what was best for you.
You wanted the best for you. For your fucking legacy. Anything for that.
Man, this hurts my heart so much, friends, that a family is like this because of Dorian's, the way he is in life, his views, who he chooses to be with, friends. It hurts my heart so much, but the thing is, it's so relatable to the world that we live in. And it just gives me the raw feeling now because Dorian is such a great guy, friends. You know what I mean? Like, just because he prefers men than women doesn't mean he doesn't deserve to be treated like this. You know what I mean? It hurts my heart, man. It really does. But it's giving me such a raw feeling, and it's so relatable to our damn world that we live in. But you didn't let him speak. Are we done? Let's get out of here. Don't leave it like this. I don't want him to leave it like this. I want his father to say what he wanted to say. But to change Dorian because he prefers men over women and their fucking legacy? It's too much, friends. Don't leave it like this. I don't want him to leave it like this because I don't want him to always feel like he did something wrong by walking away. I don't want it to eat at Dorian. You know what I mean? Dorian is not doing nothing wrong by walking away. He deserves to walk away. You know what I mean? But I don't want to see him having them ghosts, you know what I mean, eating at him for the rest of his days if he kind of don't get resolution with his family here.
Don't leave it like this, Dorian. You'll never forgive yourself.
Tell me why you came.
If I knew, I would drive you to the Inquisition.
You didn't. I joined the Inquisition because it's the right thing to do. Once, I had a father who would have known that.
Once, I had a son who trusted me. A trust I betrayed. I only wanted to talk to him, to hear his voice again, to ask him to forgive me.
You don't realize what you got until it's gone, friends. That's what I feel there. That's what I feel like what he's going through.
He says we're alike. Too much pride. Once I would have been overjoyed to hear him say that. Now I'm not certain. I don't know if I can forgive him.
Are you alright? What did he do exactly? Yeah, I am curious.
He tried to change you.
Out of desperation. I wouldn't put on a show, marry the girl, keep everything unsavory, private and locked away. Selfish, I suppose, not to want to spend my entire life screaming on the inside. He was going to do a blood ritual, alter my mind, make me acceptable. I found out. I left.
I mean, would that even have worked, Dorian? It probably would have killed him, friends.
Can blood magic actually do that?
Maybe. It could also have left me a drooling vegetable. It crushed me to think he found that absurd risk preferable to scandal. Part of me has always hoped he didn't really want to go through with it. If he had, I can't even imagine the person I would be now. You wouldn't like that, Dorian.
It's always blood magic? Yeah, it is always blood magic.
Are you all right?
No, not really. Thank you for bringing me out there. It wasn't what I expected, but it's something. Maker knows what you must think of me now, after that whole display.
Good things, you're brave. It was entertaining, you're trouble. Say you're trouble to Dorian? I mean, Ace would definitely feel like it's very brave, friends. For him to actually do that, to confront the person that wanted him to do that. You know, his dad wanted to change him, and it's very brave to I mean, he kind of ran away, but it's brave to come back and then put all that stuff aside and still talk to his father the way he, the way they had the heart-to-heart there. So it is indeed brave, Dorian.
I think you're very brave.
Brave?
It's not easy to abandon tradition and walk your own path.
At any rate, time to drink myself into a stupor. It's been that sort of day. Join me sometime, if you've a mind.
Damn right, Dorian. Let's get fucked up.
I
Come
don't
on.
know what you think you're doing.
I'm being clucked at by a hen, evidently.
Don't play the fool with me, young man.
If I wanted to play the fool, I could be rather more convincing, I assure you.
Your glib tongue does you no credit.
You'd be surprised at the credit my tongue gets me, Your Reverence.
Hell yeah, Dorian. Give it to her, friend.
Oh,
What's going on here?
It seems the revered mother is concerned about my undue influence over you.
It is just concern. Your worship, you must know how this looks.
You might need to spell it out, my dear.
This man is of Tevinter. His presence at your side, the rumors alone.
Because he's Tevinter. Rumors do tell. There's no need to worry. Obviously, there's no need to worry, but is it because he's Tevinter, damn it, Giselle, here?
What's wrong with him being from Tevinter, specifically?
I'm fully aware that not everyone from the Imperium is the same.
How kind of you to notice. Yet still you bow to the opinion of the masses.
The opinion of the masses is based on centuries of evidence. What would you have me tell them?
The truth?
The truth is I do not know you, and neither do they. Thus, these rumors will continue.
There's no need to worry. Tell me about these rumors? Tell me! Come on, Giselle!
Oh? I'd like to hear what these rumors are exactly.
I could not repeat them, your worship.
Repeat them? So, you've shared them before?
See, I meant no disrespect, Inquisitor. Only to ask after this man's intentions. If you feel he is without ulterior motive, then I humbly beg forgiveness of you both.
See ya.
Well, that's something.
Are you alright? This happen often? Forget her. Does this stuff happen often, Dorian? We're causing scenes here, but I like it.
This sort of thing happens often, does it?
More than anyone tells you. No one knows their own reputation.
Until someone helpfully informs them.
There is that. She meant well, if that's of any concern. I don't know if you're aware, but the assumption in some corners is that you and I are intimate.
That's not a bad idea. Start a romance with Dorian, friends. Close your eyes. It's about to get steamy in here. About to get motherfucking steamy.
That's not the worst assumption they could have, is it?
I don't know. Is it?
Do you always answer a question with a question?
Would you like me to answer in some other fashion?
If you're capable.
If you're capable. The nonsense you speak.
You realize this makes the rumors somewhat true.
Evidently. We might have to explore the full truth of them later, in private.
Heartwarming, friends. There we go. We're in a romance with Dorian here. This man deserves happiness, friends. His fucking... what he went through to get out of the shadow of what the hell his father wanted him to be is just too much, man. He deserves happiness. And Dorian, like I keep saying, he's such a great person, man. The whole thing with Giselle... whoa, teleporter. The whole thing with Giselle was just absurd, man. I don't know. And then Dorian... Did you see him rush to us? It's like, hell yeah, man, give me a kiss. Come here. Hook her up, you little freak. Loved it, man. That was really cool. All right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and save here with Dorian. We're going to spend the night here, read some books, and I don't know. Talk about magic. Or the first thing that pops up. Oh, yeah. But anyways, my friends, I'm out of here. Take it easy. Stay safe. I will see you next time. Take care.